Here we go. Sitting in a shredded house. Kittens will do that. The streets of Undermere are narrow and claustrophobic. In many places, the buildings lean out at the upper floors so that neighbours can reach across and shake hands, or more likely, exchange unpleasantries. Strange Horticulture is a small shop situated away from the main thoroughfares, but it has the advantage of being one of the few buildings in Undermere that stands alone. Plants, you may have noticed, need light, and light is in short supply at street level in this town. Oh, good luck, Catus. And hello, Liari! Good evening to you. Hope you're doing all right. Changing internet providers is just such a faff, isn't it? Recently, the shop passed to me after the death of my uncle. There is much to learn, but one thing is already clear. The rare and unusual plants that he stocked have their uses. After all, I'm hoping we get a Triffid. Minimum of one Triffid. Day 1, Friday. This game features some small text. If you have difficulty reading, you can hold Shift to zoom. Okay, that's... is that rain at an acceptable volume for you? Cat! Cat, cat, cat. Hello. Oh, pet the cat, pet the cat. First thing. Oh no. Oh dear. Oh dear. Sorry to hear that. So there's a bell there. I can turn the sound effects down, but I think the cat and the rain would be the same thing. I've found it, an excerpt on the elusive Wandering Bew. Is that what it says? Wandering Bew. Come to the library in Ambleside and I'll tell you all about it. I even found something on the gilded dendra or dewdra that might be of interest. Simone. P.S. Give Hellbore a good scratch behind it. Hello, Hellbore. There we go. Not that I remember, Timo. Hello, Victoria Gray. I must have walked past this shop 100 times without ever stopping to look. What a wonderful place to spend your day surrounded by plants. I came here because I have an unusual request. How unusual. At night I hear whispered voices, too faint to hear clearly, coming from the floor above me. But nobody lives up there. The rooms are empty. My curiosity has got the better of me. I must find out what they are saying. So we need to give her St. John's poppy then. I assume that is why that is there. Okay. So we have here a few things. What is this? Some form of coin, a magnifying glass, which I think if I just press shift, yeah, it takes it for that. Let's have a book, a map, probably, clues, letters. Can I see that? Is that the an archive, which has got nothing in at the moment, and some labels. Labels. Oh, I can just bring them out. Okay. Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. So does that mean I could bring this out here? Okay. The Strange Book of Plants. This encyclopedia can be used as a reference to help identify plants. Notes that where I've included sketches, these are not always intended as an aid to identify. Why did you include them then? Often the inscription will be more useful to you. Description. Remember to take extra care when dealing with poisonous plants. I accept no responsibility should injury or death occur as a result of misuse in this encyclopedia. So we've got a few things here. So we need a St. John's poppy. So I'm going to click on St. John's poppy. The vibrant petals of this flower can be brewed to create a draught that can greatly improve the imbiber's hearing ability. The flowers of the St. John's poppy are bright red with a yellow centre. Well, I'm going to see if we have any of those to start off with. That's not bright enough. Okay. Bright red and a yellow centre. I see... No. I see those. Let's give you those. Use plant. Plant identified! I've got a book entry. I'll collect that then. That's a different plant, isn't it? The clavilium. Okay, so that's now in our book. So, Okay, so that's the contents. I've got a few things here. I don't know what that means. Oh, that's probably going to be code to unlock some things. Can I put a label on that? Yes, I can. I've forgotten what it was. It's not St. John's wort. Saint. Let's have a look in the book. St. John's poppy. Okay, so we now know what that is. Good. Let's put the book away and let's have a look at the map. Okay. We now have the will to explore. That's a map. That's a very big map. That's a lot of things. So we did have a thing, something that said it was to the northeast of somewhere, didn't we? I've already forgotten. Let's have a look. The will to explore. Oh, wow. Okay. Killington Lake. Want to go there. Coniston Water. Okay, it's named after the place in Lake District, probably. River-esque. Bootle. Swinside. Stone Circus. There's going to be a lot of places that we might explore at a different point in time. Not yet. Closer inspection. Drag a plant here to take a closer look. So if I did that with St. John's poppy, the flowers are red with a sweet scent. Okay. A rising dread. I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Or with that, if you get things wrong or something. You know. That's amazing. Okay, let's ding the bell. Ding goes the bell. Hi, David. How can I help? Good morning. Bloody awful weather out there today. Yes, good for the plants though, eh? Got a letter for you. Bye-bye. Right, well, let's have a look. Gosforth is a hateful town. I was beaten and robbed and left to die in the streets. After many days, I was rescued by a kind stranger just as I had come to fear that wickedness had infected the heart of every soul in that cursed place. I began my recovery in the woods to the south of the town with a group of travellers. On the northeast corner of the wood, I sat and stared at a bright flower, and tears flowed down my face at the reminder that there is beauty in this world. I shall be returning to Undermere soon. Warmest regards, Amos Duncan. Okay, so Gosforth, there is a wood south of Gosforth, and we want to go to the northeast corner of the wood. Spot the Gosforth. There's Gosforth. There's the wood, and we want to go to the northeast corner, which is this one. I appreciate that'll be quite small text for you. There we go. So can I just go there? Excuse me, the wood has a calming effect on my mind. It does me good to escape into nature, away from the stench clamour of Undermere. It is not long before I spy a bright flower among the trees. Collect the plant. Woohoo! Blackadder Gosforth. Nice. Okay, so we want to put a label on that, I think, because we got told a thing about that. Oh, this is just me. I have neither the time nor the inclination to go anywhere. Yes. And what was that? You can... What was that? You can water your plants doing something. I want to get rid of you. How do I get rid of you? Do I... Okay, there we are. Okay, so that's got a tick on it now. Tears flowed down my face as a reminder. So, beautiful. So, let's... If we know the name, I'm going to put it in yellow. For blue, it's like facts about it. Tears because of beauty. That's what I'm going to be putting there. That is a very small... It's very small writing. Labels. Map. I know you want to go ding, but hang on. So what have we got here? Dangerous plant grows sparsely in the hills northeast of Backbarrow. Keep it secret. Okay. So I need to go and collect that at some point. Ah, and that is slowly filling up, so we'll be able to go and get a plant in a few minutes. So I'm going to put that up there. Oh, it's a letter, is it? Fine. And the elusive wandering Bew come to the library in Ambleside. And the Gilded Dendra. So we'll need to go there as well. I'll keep you out, because I haven't dealt with you yet. Let's ding the bell. Hello, Gilbert. Something's got those witches in the forest stirred up. They're not letting anyone through. I had to go the long way round, down through Backbarrow. I never did trust that sisterhood. Anyway, I'm here now, and I've brought Ferret from the south to trade for some lemon dandy. Hardly worth the trouble when you have to factor in the extra miles I had to cover to get here. Okay, so we need to give him some lemon dandy. Absolutely no idea what a lemon dandy is at the moment, but we will work it out. It would be yellow though, wouldn't it? Or it would have a lemon on it. Well, hang on. What are you? Interesting. That's a clue. No, that's it's not a letter. Okay, what else is on here that I haven't seen yet? Don't call me shy. It could be something to do just because it has got a yellow bit there. Could be that because it's the yellow. But we will get concrete information, as in information on concrete. Nothing else appears to be there. Okay. Lemon Dandy was in this book, so let's take a look at the book. Lemon Dandy. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant, supposedly referring to a peeled lemon rind. Among several medicinal uses, the flower of the lemon dandy is most associated with curing afflictions of the heart. Oh, poor Gilbert! I mean, I assumed immediately heartbreak, but maybe it's actually heart atrophy or something like that. Okay, so yellow curled leaves. Those aren't yellow, those are green, and it's the leaves. I mean, those are yellow leaves that are curled, right? Have a lemon dandy, good sir. No! Uh-oh, rising dead, rising dread. No, they were yellow. Those aren't yellow. I mean, those are flowers. Well. Let's do some exploring. I'm not sure if we have it then. It's curled leaves. So I'm deliberately not looking at this plant because we were at the drawing because we were told that they're useless basically. And there's going to be a time when that bites me in the bottom that it's actually a useful thing. Okay. So it doesn't sound like... I mean, it doesn't sound like a dangerous plant, but equally this is the wandering bew that this is dealing with. And the gilded dendron, neither of which are a lemon dandy. So let's go to this one. Sparsely in the hills to the northeast of Backbarrow. Find the Backbarrow. Find the Backbarrow. If you spot it, I am happy for you to tell me where you spot a Backbarrow. There's Whitbarrow, there's Backbarrow. So the hills to the northeast, that'll be here. Let's go here. The weather changes fast out in the hills. What started as a grey morning has turned into bright sunshine, a good thing too, because it takes me several hours to find where I came for. By the time I'm done, the cloud is sweeping back over, a cloak of unwelcome shade. Welcome to the UK. That is not a lemon dandy. So this will slowly tick up again. But that does mean that we've done this, so we'll put you away. Curled yellow leaves. I'm just gonna... No, that's not what I meant. Its curled leaves are thought to be the origin of the name of this plant. Those are yellow leaves that are curled. If it is that, I'll be annoyed. I could be, you know. Those aren't curled. Those are flowers. Those aren't curled. Oh, some water. Oh, do I actually need to... Do I need to look after all the plants? Okay, that is true. It does not say yellow leaves, and that is a mistake on my part. And this is probably the only thing with curled leaves then. Let's give you a bit of water. Let's give you a go. Brilliant. Near 2/3 dead. Excellent. Oh, those are very curled. Oh, and they look like that. Oh, there we go. There we go. Yeah, I knew that. Lemon dandy. And we've acquired a new plant. Yes, he traded us. Now, what did he trade us? I've forgotten already what he said. Can I... how do I... Also, where did that plant go? Right. Label first. That's a lemon dandy. So we've got that. Now, what did he say? Amazing, Charlie. Yeah, I didn't water the plant. You're absolutely right. I want to know what you said. No, back. And I've already forgotten which plant it was that he's given us. So this has gone extremely well. Okay. I've found it. An excerpt on the elusive wandering bew. Come to the library in Ambleside. Okay. I can see where Ambleside is. Whoops. Let's go to Ambleside. It's in here. The library here in Ambleside is one of my favourite haunts. Simone the librarian is always helpful and friendly and shares some of my passion for unusual plants. Today she's grinning ear to ear and can't wait to show me what she's found. Book entry, collect a boo. So a gilded dendra and a wandering bew. So do not drink the sap of the gilded dendra. No. The lips and veins will turn black as blood. As the blood succumbs to dendra's miasma, will pave a way to die, and it's poisonous. So that's not good. And wandering bew. Oh, okay. Click and... Fine. Okay, well, I can put you away anyway. Ah, let's archive you. Ah, ha, ha, ha. There we go. Because I've dealt with you. Did you just... I want to be able to go back and read what... and see what he gave me. I think this was the plant that I got traded for. So I'm going to go with was traded this. Anyway, shall we... It's Taylor Swift. My dreams are becoming more vivid. I saw a woman, her face hidden behind a mask, and next to her, terrifying black skeletal creature. It stood tall, its roving head scanning the landscape, and though it had no discernible face, I could sense a hint of an expression about its features. Good work, Archdeacon. I was trying to think of something funny, but you beat me to it. It seemed to be laughing, but not the joyous laughter of a child, a sickly, horrifying laughter that chilled me like the first breath of winter. Let's meet the teams. No. That feels like just the start of Night Detective. These past weeks have been getting worse. I need sleep, so she needs Forest Camphor, which is here. I'm glad that these are in alphabetical order. The strong-smelling bulb of this plant has a powerful soporific effect, making it a common ingredient in sleeping draughts. The camphor produces a beautiful, rounded, dark blue cluster made up of many smaller flowers. So it could be that. That's lots of blue small things, but that does look like that. So I'm going to go with this. Good, and we've got a book entry. Butterdale, grown in clumps on valley sides, used for skin rashes. Can I put multiple labels on a thing? That's my next question. So, first of all, this is camphor. And we also know No. It also causes sleep. So I'm going to put... Darn it. I want that to be sleep. I might just have to make a note of that. Down here. Camp 3. Sleep. So I think we might need to just go through the book and maybe start identifying the plants that we have. I know you want me to ding you. I can see you. Bishop's parasol, not a euphemism, a mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It can seem to draw light in. So is there any of these that look dark in any way? This is sort of a mushroom. That is also a mushroom. So it's one of those two. The gills on the underside of the mushroom seep a milky fluid that can be consumed for stomach pains. Okay, can we inspect it? Not as spongy as most mushrooms. In fact, the undersides are somewhat sharp with red warts. Okay, so that's not Bishop's parasol. Let's have a look at this then. Smells strongly of soured milk, bad enough to make my eyes water. Okay, could be that, because it's got the word milk there and milk here, but it's not an exact match. Butterdale, used for skin rashes, dark green leaves. That's all we've been told. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Okay. Don't quite know how we would tell that. Oh, I guess we would just do this. And sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Oh, it's not that. A single pink flower that smells nice. Blue flowers, stiff leaves. I should put that on my resume. The leaves are coarse to the touch. Pale yellow flowers, the leaves are soft. This is just interesting. Let's just go through all of them. The flowers are a soft purple with a sweet scent. Cream-coloured flowers, they smell wonderful. Small leaves, delicate flowers. I'll do this one as well, because the smell is faintly off-putting but not overpowering. Just let me. Faintly off-putting, not overpowering. We did that, and then we got that. Blue flowers, light, airy scent. Smells of nothing that I can detect. So we're after something that's buttery. This is probably the Butterdale, because it might have the right leaves. Smooth, waxy leaves. No, it's not that. This was St. John's poppies, red with a sweet scent. Small red berries, same to you. The veined leaves of a waxy finish. Smells faintly of wood smoke, feels like rough glass or paper. That is a watering can. Single sweet smelling dark flower. Same to you, Arch. What's the puzzle that you're doing, Neil Moo? It has a scent that scratches at the back of my throat. Oh, I could do with that. I really could do with that. That's such an itchy throat all day. Flowers are made up of many smaller blue flowers, and they smell nice. Red fruits, long flat leaves. Camphor, which does sleep, I think. The bulb is a soft yellow, the leaves are waxy, and purple flowers with a light buttery scent. Well, there we go. We now know that's buttery. That's Butterdale. The flowers smell buttery to some people. The purple flowers have a light buttery scent. Of course, it was the last one. But we now know that is Butterdale. Excellent, Arch. Okay. Clavilium. The heart-shaped leaves, which make it lovely. I mean, that's got to be that, right? So that's probably your clavilium. I'll put a question mark because it's not certain. And actually, I'm going to change this to a red label. If I can. How do I... Come on. I want to... Well, I would change it to a red label because I'm not certain of it. Oh, is it... Fine. Because I'm not certain yet of the red. So I'm not certain yet of the name, so I'm going to put a red label on it. Farmer's worry. Spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities, grants great strength for short periods, at the expense of severe fatigue once the effect is worn off. So that is probably one of these two. Probably that one. Camphor. camphor, which we now know. Fox button. And I'm going to update the one that says camphor, which is in yellow, to say forest camphor. Fox button is considered by some to represent a contract of friendship between strangers. Thick, shiny leaves grow in opposing pairs along the stems. Well, that's looking like that. Good evening, Catalyst UK. Thank you for the subscription, and thank you for using your Bezos bucks. None of your money, lots of someone else's. But it could be those. They've got to be thick and shiny leaves. So let's take a look. Smells of nothing. And this one. Small leaves, delicate flowers. They need to be thick leaves, so I think it is this one. So let's fox button, we reckon. Gandhi root, plant with medicinal properties that can aid digestive troubles. Hi, John. Hi, John. Good evening to you. You have played this through, John, so no excuse for you not helping me this evening. Care must be taken as the rough leaves can be an irritant. Only the petals are safe for consumption. Okay. So I think one of these did have rough leaves, but I can't remember which one it was. So I'm not going to go through them all, but rough leaves, that's your thing. I didn't mean to close it. Gilded dendra. So it's poisonous. And that's all we really know about that. No! No! See what you mean by interface hollow. Harlequin blue. When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus. Jora downy pappus. Which assists in wind dispersal. Once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense. As they burn, they let out high-pitched shrieks, widely believed to be the spirits of dead souls trapped within the plant. That is strange. I want well, actually, no spoilers. I don't want spoilers, but I know what hits. Yeah, absolutely. It's I want to support you, but not with my money. It's I like you, but not enough to spend my own money on you. But on this end of it, I'll take anything I can get. The wide waxy leaves. Oh, there was one of those. Right, I'm bored now, doing the bell. Hi, Nora. Got any wandering bew? Oh. That always reminds me of, oh, what's his name? The old hermit, the wanderer. Okay, well let's... Wandering bew. So called because this fungus can move slowly in the dark. It has been known to cover distances of up to several metres in a single night, as have I. Several metres. The gills on the underside of this mushroom form beautiful flowing lines. They're also quite hard and sharp, earning this plant the nickname Finger's Bane. Now, one of these had that. The undersides are somewhat sharp. Here we go, so it's this one. Label. So it is. I can't see the name of the thing now. Wandering View. But also, what was it called? Finger's Bane. Let's give you a wandering view. That is a joyous sound. And that's the end of the day. New book entry. We have earned the Lady of Summer. It's a highly sought after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration and... What was it saying? Come. Cool. End day. I assume this game auto-saves, because I haven't clicked save. What are you? It started when she found something. Something she was not meant to find. A book tucked away in a forgotten corner of the Ambleside Library. Okay, so we're now going to get a new location on the map. Is that what that's telling us? Saturday. Row H. Yeah. Row row H, the third river. This is row H. The third river. I don't know. I don't know what that means. That'll be a clue. First things first, what we must be doing, we must say hello to Hellbore. Hello, Hellbore. Yay. Oh, that's gonna... Okay, so... That's clever. So this is gonna reveal locations to us if we go, say, we need this crow above here, and then it's gonna lead us to a location on the map. Okay, that's quite clever. As for what I actually need to do now, it's got to be that, hasn't it? Row H, the third river. Row H, the third river. So there's River Urt. So the third river along, if you're counting from the left, would be this one. So I'm going to go here. Okay, you solved your first clue card. That was correct. Good. A dead deer in the river, yellowed bone protruding from matted hide and rotting flesh. Death for one provides life for many. Lovely. Sorry, Bambi. Got a new plant, though. Catnip recommended this game to me, as did a couple of others, but Catnip was particularly vocal, and I see why. This is a very me game. I'm enjoying this a lot. Ding goes the bell. Isidore Burbage. Bring me a sample of Apis dimissus. And be quick about it. Damn cat is setting off my allergies. Shouldn't have an animal in a shop like this. Send it to the authorities. Yeah. Shut you down. Good evening. Okay. Apis demissus. Do we even have that in our book yet? Interesting. So does that mean that we have one extra plant? And that plant is Apis demissus. Is that what we have to do? Identify every other plant, and the one over is Apis demissus. Yes, Neil, that was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 names in here. How many plants do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. No, we've got many more. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. So we've got many more. So it isn't that. Thank goodness. Apis demissus. Oh, hang on. Oh, he's given us a... Oh, it's just... Look at the Latin name. There we are. He wants some Gandhi root. Of course, Isidore would ask for it in Latin. Plant with medicinal properties that can aid digestive troubles. Care must be taken as the rough leaves can be an irritant and only the petals are safe for consumption. Okay. So it could well be this. Let's have a look at this in close up. The dark blue petals are soft and feathery to touch. My fingers ache from handling this plant. The rough leaves can be an irritant. This had soft leaves. The dark blue petals. No, hang on. Only the petals are safe for consumption. And if your fingers ache from handling the plant, the things sort of look right. It could. That is a possible. I'm going to put that on the shelf of possibility. Move it down there. We shall see, Neil. Let's have a look at this. Single sweet smelling dark flower. Again, sort of looks like that, but I don't... I feel less inclined to that one. I think it has to be that first one. The one that I had to find with a clue, so that would make sense gameplay-wise. Let's give that to you. Is this Gandhi root? No, it is not. rough leaves. It has rough leaves. Feels like rough glass paper. I mean, that's rough. Is it going to be that? And if so, what is that doing? Yeah. Waxy leaves. Small red berries. Smooth, waxy leaves. Nothing to do with the leaves. Oh, there we are, there we are. The leaves are coarse to the touch. Have it. Gandhi root. New plant is meek dew. So we know this is Gandhi root. Okay, put you down there. Give you a little scritch. I am now waiting for the next customer. Oh, it's the postman. Hi, David. Lake Undermere is looking fine in the sunshine today. Hi, Jess. Here's your mail. Got a letter. Let's collect the letter. Oh, it's got a Taskmaster seal. Is it from the Taskmaster? There's an old slate mine at Hard Knot that has some interesting looking fungi growing in it. I've never seen anything like them before. They seem to have found a niche in the damp, dark tunnels left by the tramways. I thought you might be interested. Thank you, Amos. So, Hard Knot, there's an old slate mine. Right, find the slate mine at Old Hard Knot. It'll be somewhere mountainous, right? There's a Hard Knot. It's a hard knot life. Well, the plants are unusual. We haven't had that much that's unusual yet. But we have had one plant that puts people to sleep. Okay, let's go to Hard Knot. Hang on, what did the letter say? The letter said at Hard Knot. Okay, so let's just go to Hard Knot. An iron gate, rusted by years of abandonment, sits across the entrance to the tram tunnel. Rusted it may be, but it won't budge. Locked. Now, why does it say clavilium there? Now I've identified what I think clavilium is. I'm going to have to put these in alphabetical order, aren't I? F goes there, B goes up there. Was traded this, I can't remember what they... I thought that was clavilium. Now, let's have a quick look at our book. Clavilium. It could be used to open any lock, no matter how complex or secure. Well, that is a strange horticulture. Use plant. Excellent. The gate swings open slowly, complaining loudly on its rusty hinges. After a short exploration of the tunnel, I am rewarded. Okay, so we've got a book entry and 3 plants. Aguria, which can enhance psychic abilities. Light blue flowers. Okay. And we can collect 3 plants. Many mushrooms. Of course, because we found them in the tunnel. So I now know, if I just do that, I now know that that was clavilium. And I can also take the question mark away. I appreciate the text is probably quite small for a lot of you, so I apologise for that. So sort of got a B and a C up here. Good. Now what? Bios, that's new. Reuben Ward. I'm headed to Griesdale Forest investigating a possible murder there. Can't say I'm looking forward to it. The Sisterhood are a secretive lot and they're not keen to talk to me. Their leader, the Arda, whatever they call her, she's dead. My instinct is they're hiding something. I was hoping you'd have some fox button that would help me win them over. Now, as luck would have it, I think I've actually already identified which one is fox button. It's this, I think. Well done, past Dan. Brimlock. Hypothermia. Brimlock is used for when conditions are just right in the cold of winter. Brimlock produces a small yellow flower, and the leaves are waxy and tough. Okay, Fox button, which for me would be the remote control button and off whenever I see Fox News. Let's change you to yellow. I don't know what you are. Just traded that. Can't remember what it is. Bios. Do we get? Oh, so he is the investigator. Okay, so Reuben. I mean, he must have been investigating something because he was going into the forest. He is deeply sad. His only child, a daughter, seemed troubled. Oh, interesting. Ah, good. Now, bring me a sample of that. Is it just these people? Fine. Okay. So that is St. John's Puppy? No, Poppy. I'll put you there. You are Lemon Dandy. L can go about here. Victoria! Have we seen you before, Victoria? I think so. I was able to make out the whispered voices last night with the help of St. John's Poppy. Ooh, what were they saying? There's a medium using the room illegally, I might add, holding midnight seances for gullible grievers. Is there a plant you know of that I could use to give them a scare and drive them away? Ooh, I need my sleep. Harlequin blue. Okay. I was worried we'd have to work out which one. Neil, I would do the same. I would make them do it as well. I once had to pay, I think about 50p in council tax that for some reason I had underpaid. And the cost of processing it or whatever for them must be more. I paid by card. Must be more than 50p. So I paid it. So you get 74p and you cost them a little bit more. Oh, there you go. When the bushy blue flower heads die back, they release seeds with a downy pappus which assists in wind dispersal, and once dried and hardened, the stems can be burned as incense and then they let out high-pitched shrieks. Okay. So that's what we're looking for. Possibly those. Blue flower's light, airy scent. Is it that? Maybe. It isn't that, and it isn't that. I think it must be that. Because they're the only blue thing, and they've sort of got something that looks like that. But I can't be wrong. Which I've just realised. I can't be wrong. Yay! Harlequin blue. Shimmerlong. The dried stem of Shimmerlong burns very brightly and noisily, letting off a near blinding white-purple light. Flowers grow wrapped in large ridged leaves. Okay. Good. I've lost the plant already. There it was. So that was Harlequin blue. And let's put that somewhere about here. Yeah. Good. Were you throbbing? Yes, you were. Bethany. Hi, Bethany. You may have heard the rumours that our Arda is dead. May Arduina bring her spirit peace. The nature of her death is unusual. The sisterhood does not often look to outside help, but this is beyond our knowledge. Thank you. Save that for me for later, Arch and Old. That's a good. If you show my sisters this letter, they will allow you entry to the forest. Be assured of your discretion. To be assured of your discretion, we require that you use Mary's breath to bind yourself to secrecy. Wide, waxy leaves allow the plant to collect a large amount of water. It is said that a person could be bound to secrecy using Mary's breath. It used to be grown in the royal garden so that the king could ensure the trust of his confidants. Wide waxy leaves. Smooth waxy leaves that look quite wide. That's got a good chance of being correct. I'm happy with it so far. Yeah. But that's not it. So those are also potentially... the veined leaves have a waxy finish. Now these deliberately show veins. And they're waxy. I'm actually going to go with this one and not that one. Smooth waxy leaves. These have veins. Cheeky. Okay, let's go with that. I'm also writing down, were you throbbing? Yes, you were. Good. Good. So I've now got a letter. St. Mary's breath. Let's put you with the St. John's one, which was somewhere over here. Which one are you? You are St. John's poppy, so you are St. Mary's. There we go. Are we meant to read it or not? Oh no, we got a letter from them, it's fine. We have failed in our duty as protectors of the forest. Our secrets have been stolen and the Arda has been murdered. You will find us deep in Greasdale Forest, a mile from the lake shore across from Torva. Please help us. Okay, so we need to go... it's this. Greasdale Forest. Okay, so this is Greasdale Forest here. A mile... Ha! Okay, so these squares are 1 mile based on this thingy, this key here. A mile on the lakeshore across from Torva. Okay, so 1 mile from there I guess would be here. You'll find us deep in Greasdale Forest, a mile from the lakeshore across. Okay, so if this is the lakeshore across from Torva, a mile away from it will be here. Or is it here? It's going to be one of these two. A mile. I'm going to go with this one because I think if it was here, a mile will be here. A sister tries to stop me from entering, but I show her the letter and she lets me through. I am ushered into a walled courtyard and then through a large oak door, along a corridor and down a set of stone stairs into a cool basement. Lying on a table draped in silk is the Arda. There is not a mark on her, but her open eyes are black, her mouth, her veins, her hair, all black as a raven's wing. Do you know what could do this? I set to work. Oh, I've already read this somewhere in here, and it's one of the first ones. It's not that, it's not that. It's not Brimlock, it's not Butterdale. It's not Clevercombe. It's not Farmer's Worry. It's not that, it's not that. Here we are, Gilded Dendra. Do not drink. It will turn lips and veins black as blood, as blood succumbs to the miasma. So it is Gilded Dendra. But which one actually is it? Where was that one that hurt when we dealt with it? Could be this. Oh no, it's Forest Camphor. Can't be that. That. The dark blue petals are soft and feathery to touch. My fingers ache from handling this plant. Madam Suddy. That is good anagramming work. I think it's this. Because it's got that one ridge along the middle of the leaves. I'm doing it, you know. He's going for it. Oh, I've died. Ooh. A shiver travels down my spine. My mind is broken. Yes, but what about the game? Okay. Oh, have I got to? Is this a jigsaw? Did it not? Oh, how irritating. You mean there? Because that's sort of... No. No. I don't mean this is fun. I love a good jigsaw. That goes with that. Good. Yeah, absolutely. If you want to come back to life, you got to earn it. You can't just reincarnate willy-nilly. That goes... No, that goes... Oh, does that go there? No. That's what goes there. No, there's another one. Tiny sliver. I do enjoy dying. That goes there. So that goes in the... Nope. That goes in the middle? Yeah, and then there. That's sort of about there, isn't it? What is this dotted? Ah, that's what that dotted bit is. Okay. You are a single line, so you go there. You're a double, so you go... not there. Do you go there? No. Ah, you go there. And then there. And then the final one. I like doing that. I feel revived. My mind is whole again. There is a hint button to the right of the shop screen. It might be helpful. No! No hints! I will do this on my own and die multiple times. Do I have to start again? No. So we are looking for the one thing that was called... Did reason my asthma, it had that in it. So gilded dendra. Okay. So I thought it was that, and it is not. Could be that. Don't think the leaves are the right shape. Even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. Yeah. So why wasn't it that? My fingers ache from handling this plant. Even touching the leaves of the plant can be painful. So hang on, we need wren. Oh, it's an actual thing called wren. Okay. Well, at least I know that's gilded dendra. Pop, 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 pop. We need wren, which I wasn't paying attention to. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Though it has no flower, it is said to smell unpleasant to those who have known death and sweet to those who have not. So given that I've died, I assume that I've already died, it would now smell unpleasant, but not stimpy. No, no. The long leaves, okay, they smell wonderful. Now, have I died? I did die, didn't I? So they need to smell unpleasant. Long leaves. Those have got curly leaves. That's the lemon dandy. I've forgotten all about it already. A scent that scratches the back of my throat. Well, I don't know, old tiger. I don't know. So but I'm going to go for it, I think. None of those have leaves, because those are mushrooms. They smell wonderful. Let's try that. Okay. It has a sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Evening, Suzala. Good evening. You join me as I look for a plant that smells either lovely or terrible, and I'm not sure which. I'm really enjoying it. Really good game so far. It's using lots of little context clues to work out which plant that we are after. And at the moment, we're after a plant called wren. The long leaves of the wren are known to turn black in the presence of certain poisons, and so can be used to detect them. Oh, does it? Though it has no flower. Okay, is it this? Smooth, waxy leaves. Do any of the others not have a flower? But those aren't long leaves. Those are long leaves. No, they have berries. Berries are not flowers. And that has a scent that scratches the back of my throat. Is that what it's getting at? Is that what it's getting at? I'm going to go for it. That is the wren. I extract a sample of Arda's blood and introduce it to the wren, and my suspicions are confirmed immediately. The leaves of the wren turn black, which can only mean one thing: gilded dendra, poisoning. Upon presenting my findings, I'm rushed away quickly. The sisters do not want me hanging around, it seems. They do, however, send me on my way with a couple of plants, for which I'm grateful. Okay. Grey sandfire. Flame-like tendrils give off a smoky scent. So it's adding to the impression of a roaring fire, so something to do with fire, or a dental hygiene thing if someone's got toothache, or... but it can't be swallowed. It will cause you stomach ache. Let us label you with whatever that said, wren. So R goes here. Yeah. Let's have a look at the plants. Oh, I bet. Why does it do that much? Okay, yeah, 2 plants. That is that plant right there. Immediately. Shimmerlung. Has a pleasing scent. The leaves have stiff ribs. But it just looks like that. Maybe, but it's very annoying. Okay, let's give Hellbore a quick... There we go. Isidore is back. Are you going to ask something in Latin again? I'm this close to reporting you half wit. The last plant you gave me has made my skin itch furiously. I'll have your little shop shut down and torn to the ground if you don't make this right. So is that 2 plants? I need to think carefully about which plant to use here. My actions could have Oh, is that the word? No, it's the word or. I was wondering, it was a weird symbol, but it's actually the word or. Butterdale or meek dew. Okay, so we gave you... Now, what did we give you? We gave him Apis demissus to start off with, which is Gandhi root. Care must be taken, however, as the rough leaves can be an irritant and only the petals are safe for consumption. So he's eaten Gandhi root or something like that, the leaves. So we need to counteract that. So let's have a look at Butterdale. I'm going to start with meek dew. The beautiful flowers, made up of many smaller florets, make this a sought-after decorative plant. Although it is difficult to care for, it may be a pleasant-looking plant, but touching the leaves against bare skin will result in painful sores. Tempted to give that to him anyway. Butterdale can be used as a cure for all manner of skin rashes. Exactly, Arch. Exactly. He did not prepare it as per my instructions. Okay, the dark green leaves can be stewed and mulched to form a poultice. I bet he doesn't do this right, and I bet he keeps coming back with more and more maladies, because that would just be very funny. The flowers smell buttery to some people. Now, I think I found that. There's Butterdale. Let's give you that. Good. That's the end of the day. Let's have a look at the book entry. Storian. Okay. Highly poisonous, resulting in insanity and then death. A cross-section of the stem shows the distinctive triple xylem and phloem of the Storian. Yeah, same to you. Okay, so we now know that this is Wednesday. Let's put things away. Let's tidy up the shop for a bit. Put you in the archive. We don't need you. Don't know what that's about yet. We have 5 symbols. We've got the first one, and that is a clue. It says it's a letter. It's not. It's a clue. But that is the end of day 1. It says we've got the will to explore, but no, I don't. Let's end the day. And actually, before I end day 2, what have I got coming up for you this week? Tomorrow, I'm doing 2 cryptic crosswords, so join me for cryptic crosswords if you like that sort of thing. On Tuesday, Puzzle Boat 9 will continue, and then on Wednesday, Strange Horticulture will also continue. That's what I've got coming up. The book both fascinated and terrified her in equal measure, and after studying it for some time, she reached a decision. She would never use the power she had discovered. She would hide the book where it could never be found. So this must be the book that we are currently collating. And we've got 4 clues there: north of, east of, west of, and south of. This game does some very small writing. Sunday. Right, let's go out and about. But first, hello. Yeah. Oh, little stretch, little stretch. Okay, let's go somewhere. North of Hawkshead. North of Hawkshead. If you there's Hawkshead. East, south of Crinkle Crags. Okay, right. Okay, so they're not going to be. It's just in. It's not directly north. It is just. It is north. So we know it's A, B, C, D, or E. South of Crinkle Crags, which is here. So we know it is in E now because Crinkle Crags is here. Hawkshead is here. East of Lowick. East of Lowick. Spot the Lowick, spot the Lowick, spot the Lowick. There it is. So it is 17 or more. It's probably 17 actually, because otherwise it's not unique. West of Rutland. No, Rusland. Which I would want to be in. Yeah, there's Rusland. So we know it is E17. E from the north-south. 17 from the east-west. Clues. The Widdershins of Hamptonshireville. To be fair, that could easily be a place in the UK. My eyes are drawn to the silhouette of a grizzled old man standing at the edge of a field. His mind is broken, seemingly beyond repair. Vacant eyes fixate on nothing, a whisper of an expression. As my gaze sweeps his face, but only a whisper, he raises his arm. Points. What do points mean? Yes, indeed. I follow his outstretched finger, and I'm surprised to find a cluster of wildflowers growing there, hidden from view. Plants! So we've got a red thing and a blue thing, and 2 different plants. Good. Now, do we open our shop on a Sunday? Apparently we do. How do I put his mind thingy together? That's my next question. Ding goes the bell. Wilbur Miller. I'm looking for a plant. Lady of... what's it? Something or other. I'm no green-eyed Dreyer. Interesting phrase. Green-eyed Dreyer. Dreyers have green eyes. You see, I know that's going to be a clue for a later thing. My mind isn't all what it used to be. It's the one that's supposed to help with mental decline. Lady of Summer. The leaves curl round delightfully, which combined with an attractive flower and a hardy nature make this a sought-after ornamental plant. Aids with conditions of memory deterioration associated with old age. The leaves curl round delightfully. Okay. Oh, if I've confirmed Gandhi root, let's put you on the confirmed bit. Yeah, there we go. Now, one of the ones we just picked up was quite nice. It's not that. 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 None of those. And it says leaves plural. This one has a leaf. So I don't think it is that. But that is all of our plants. Okay. But then maybe it's just talking in general about the plant, so I shouldn't read too much. I mean, that has... Oh, it's gilded dendra. No, we don't want that. Excuse me. Let's give that a bit of water. Go on, a bit of water for you. Come on. There we go. There we are. I think it could be that. A single pink flower that smells pleasant. Oh, was it? It's close enough. You're a W, so you go there. Traded this, but I don't think it is that. Well, actually, this has two little dangly bits, and that's got two little dangly bits. I'm going for that. Oh, and it's the leaves that curl down, not the flower. The leaves curl around. Oh, flip it out. Read the thing. That is the Lady of Summer. Fennet. Chewing the tough root of this plant is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. So we now know that this, I can alter the label. If I put the labels away, the labels are there. I do enjoy the labels. That is Lady of Summer. And I know what it is. It's L. Goes up there. Put you down there, because we don't know what you are. What had I done wrong? G, H, E, F. Seems all right. C, B, F. Yeah, it goes roughly here. Cool. Labels, put you away. I think we should deal with the next customer. Hey! It's the postman. They're saying the order's been killed. I know a lot of people don't trust that sisterhood, but it seemed to me the Arda always looked out for the less fortunate. Okay. The cold is too much to bear beyond the gap. I was forced to turn back. I would advise against it, but if you are determined to explore Great Gable, be sure to take precautions. Knowing you, I'm sure you'll have a plant up your sleeve, and anywhere else on your person, that can keep you warm should the weather turn against you. Okay, so we want to go to Great Gable, and we also need that plant that would prevent frostbite. I forget the name of that plant, but we definitely had it somewhere in here. It's none of those, because it's a new one. There you are. It is Brimlock. Those suffering from hypothermia can be rescued, and when conditions are just right, the winter of Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. That's not that then. So small yellow flowers. And the leaves are waxy and tough. Those are sort of small. No. Small yellow flowers. No, don't do that. Just checking I haven't identified it, so it's somewhere on the bottom row. Those aren't very small. Pale yellow flowers, the leaves are quite soft, and we need leaves that are waxy and tough. I mean, that... cold winter. Brimlock produces small yellow... Do I need to go there? That's my question. So let's go to Great Gable. So it'll be somewhere in the mountains because it's cold. Spot. There it is. Up there. Great Gable. Brimlock. After several hours of arduous hiking and scrambling, I'm still some distance from the summit. I'm freezing cold and ready to head home. I should do the sensible thing and turn back down the mountain, unless... No, just do the sensible thing. Okay, let's move you down, because I haven't identified you. Any other plants on the top row that I haven't identified? No. Brimlock. Brimlock produces small yellow flowers. The leaves are waxy and tough. The leaves are soft. The conditions aren't right. I'm not in the dead of winter here. So, smooth, waxy. Don't do that. The leaves are waxy and tough, and those have... The conditions aren't right, so there's no flowers there. But this is Brimlock. The conditions aren't right. That's a good puzzle. I approve. Sunset Mount Cap. Type of fungus with domed caps, sometimes called a stinking mount cap, as a result of its unpleasant odour. No, I'm wearing deodorant. It is thought to deter unwanted souls and spirits from entering the home, and is often placed in doorways. It is mildly toxic to humans and should not be eaten. So you are Brimlock. And you're going to go up here. Excusez-moi. Okay, that's good. Pleased with that. It's a lovely game, so I'm very much enjoying it. It should take about 3 streams. It'll take us probably 3 weeks to do it, so this is week 1. Let's have a look at the plant. A daisy. It's a daisy, or something like that. I don't know. No idea what those are. Arch. Ding goes the bell. Norman. This plant is cursed. It has brought me nothing but sorrow. Please take it. I want nothing more to do with it. Well, thank you, Norman. There we go. Well done, us. That was it. That was my favourite plant to get. It's got a cat in it as well. Excuse me. So we've done that one. I could put that in the archive. Oh, fair enough. Simone. Hellbore. Always a pleasure to meet my feline friend. Oh, I hope he hasn't been nibbling at the plants again. No, do keep plants and cats away from each other, just on average. I have a favour to ask. You owe me for the hours I spent digging out the information on those plants. I've been burning the midnight oil again and could use some common trowels. Is that the singular of trouser? Also, you know, trousers, trouser, trows. I know where to find it. According to Grayson's Herbology, it grows in abundance on red pike. I have bought it, Charlie Pancake. I've bought it. So, yes, I absolutely should. I'll collect it the day after tomorrow. I'll come by the day after tomorrow to collect it. In the meantime, I have business in Sedberg. Here, take this. Okay, so it is in red pike. Common trowels. Despite being described as common, the trowels can actually be quite tricky to find. However, it is known to grow in abundance on the slopes of red pike. Nobody knows why. Its leaves have been used for centuries as a balm against eye strain. Alright then, shall we, let's do the thing. Red pike, I can see it there. I enjoy a pleasant stroll up the fell. The going is easy, the weather agreeable, and the views majestic. I do not have to look hard to find what I am after, and that's going to be some common trowels. Surely it's the common trowels. Sorry, it's the... yeah. So let's label you immediately. I'm going to put red there. Whoops. Because it isn't confirmed, but I will put you over there in the early section of the alphabet. Let's just fold the map away. I want to have a look. I'm assuming that you drowned in it or something, yep, those look like that, so that's good. So that's your eye strain, your common trowels. Because at some point, at the moment, it's hand feeding us. Yeah, it's feeding us a lot of information. Oh, we need this plant, and I know it's going to stop doing that. And I know that each week I will forget everything. So every time it's a week, I will forget everything. When you work with the occult, it pays to something or other. Uphold a certain image. If you're going to be accused of performing witchcraft anyway, it doesn't hurt to put on a bit of a show every now and then. Let the punters know I'm capable, of that sort of thing. Okay, so you were doing the... so you were... So it's you who was doing the seance. Long story short, I've threatened to turn a small boy into a toad, and the little bugger has called my bluff. Oh, don't you look at me like that. You know what little boys are like. I can assure you he deserves to be turned into a toad. Anyway, I need a little display to discourage this sort of behaviour in the future. It's too thin to swim in, too thick to breathe, and too weak to float in. Okay. Have you got any shimmer long? No, that's one of the ones I identified earlier. Here we are. Let's try that. Candlewood. We're getting a big book of plants here. A lot of plants. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long thin stems grow along tall leaves. Now, interestingly, yeah, we haven't been given a picture of that. We've just been given a cross section. So that I can turn yellow. Hello. And S. No, you're W. Let's move you over here. Put the R there. Cool. Irving Harris. He of the oblong head. Sorry if I'm shouting. I'm a little hard of hearing. I'm looking. I can't shout. It's quite late, and I have neighbours. Looking for a plant that supposedly helped me hear better, but I've forgotten what it's called. I remember it's bright red though. Now, yeah, there was a plant that helped hearing. But I can't remember which one. Okay. Let's go back to the start. Okay. All manner of afflictions of the mind, but I swear we had one that was something to do with hearing. Now, it was the very first one, wasn't it? St. John's Poppy. Yeah. Oh, that's cheeky. So it's the St. John's Poppy. That's what you want, because we... so just because we've used a plant before doesn't mean we're not going to use it again. That's what this is telling me. Clever. Clever. And that is the end of the day. Night, Hellbore. Yeah. I saw through your devious trap there, Gabe. I saw... Oh! Time passed, a year. Then another. The book remained hidden, but out of sight did not mean out of mind. The book was what her thoughts settled on when she rested, what she brooded over when she did her chores, what she pictured when she dreamed. It's delightful. Monday. It's a case of the Mondays. Oh, you're awake now, oh, you're following me. Ha! Ha, ha, ha. So will you follow me over here? Okay, that's cute. That's very cute. Okay, we're going to be going somewhere with that. Don't know where yet. Let's ding the bell. Ruben's back. Oh, actually, Ruben's front. The fox button was no help, I'm afraid. The sisterhood still refused to speak openly with me. Ha! They're speaking to me, though. No. Not that I have time to pursue it properly. I'm rushed off my feet this week. There's been a body found up at the Swinside Stone Circle. You have a good lick. And apparently it's a grizzly one. Don't suppose you've got anything to help keep my lunch down. Ooh, okay. My stomach's never coped too well with the grizzly ones. We're after Fennit. Chewing through the root is said to ease gastric distress and reduce anxiety. It has long, soft leaves. Long, flat leaves. Nope. Smells like sweet rhubarb. Good, but not useful. Small red berries. Common trowels. What's that? Has a sweet scent like honey dipped in strawberry. So it's got a rib in the middle of it, these leaves, so I'm after that. Could be that. They smell wonderful. Could well be this. The leaves are quite soft. There we go, that's what it is. Witch fig. Said to ease symptoms of infection, soak up moisture, detect the presence of certain compounds, and loved by butterflies. That's going to be important. Similar leaves to the fever kiss plant, which it is often confused with. So we're going to have to identify the fever kiss and then work out what this is from that. That fig, Arch. That fig. Not... Yeah, you know what I mean. That is... Fennit. Fenitonaven Canal. P goes before R. Sorry. What mail do you have for us today, David? Morning. Verona Green handed me this for you. She seemed in a good mood. Well, I'll soon change that. I meant to tell you this yesterday, but it slipped my mind. I discovered a plant on a recent trip to Greasdale Forest, just northeast of Russland. It was like nothing I've ever seen before. I would have brought it back with me if the sisterhood had given me a moment alone, but they seem overly protective lately. Okay, northeast of Russland. Time... Northeast. So that is northeast. That is north. That is east. I always have to think about these things. Let's go there. From the moment I step off the road, I can't shake the feeling I'm being watched. Suddenly, I find my way blocked by 3 women wearing green cloaks and holding short elm bows. Nobody may wander freely through the forest by order of the Arder, says the leader of the trio. I turn to walk back, but then again, I have a few tricks up my sleeves. Mellow glow. The mellow glow has sharp thorns that protect it from predators. Among other uses for this plant, the most remarkable is that it can allow a person to pass unnoticed. Though not invisible, it is possible to come hidden from sight and memory. Oh, absolutely. Yeah, indeed. You'd think, but... Okay, so sharp thorns. I need something with thorns. We haven't used any of these mushroom bits yet. Have you got thorns? No. Ah, you've got thorns. It's got to be you. Turquoise flowers, sharp thorns. Mellow glow. New entry. Thank you for the subscription, Charlie Pancakes. And thank you for using Bezos Bucks. Always appreciated. Good evening to you. I'm a big fan of Friday Night Lights. A rare plant that is believed... I'd like to play flag football. It would be fun, in my opinion. I just run away. A rare plant that is believed to help the dead find peace in the afterlife. Those who can afford it place wreaths made from it on the graves of their loved ones. Almost always 6 petals. Finding a 7-petal flower is good fortune. It's like a 4-leaf clover. Well, that's quite exciting. Okay. Now, what did I say this was? It's got thorns. Enough. Meadow glow. Mellow glow. With the help of the mellow glow, I walk right past the sisters without them paying me any heed. Chuckling to myself, I collect the plant that Verona talked about and take my leave. And I want to look at the letter. It's just like nothing you've seen before. You don't say anything about it. Okay. Have a good lick and... Faye! I'm afraid the camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it. But the visions are as strong as ever. For some reason I now think she's Scottish. The camphor you gave me is helping me sleep, and I'm very grateful for it. But the visions are as strong as ever. The woman in the jade mask appears in my dreams every night. She screams at me, but I do not know why. And behind her, the presence is always there, dark and dreadful. I don't know what to do. The dreams feel like a warning that I don't understand. A mosaic of colour that refuses to come into focus. I can't do a Scottish accent, as you can now tell. Some parts of me wants to stare down that abyss, but I'm afraid. Okay, so we need to give up one of those. And hi Colin, if you're watching on Catch Up in a few days' time. So, the Auguria can enhance psychic abilities, strengthening the clarity of visions and our deepest sympathy. Indeed. So we can either strengthen. Part of me wants to stare down the abyss, but I'm afraid. Or we can use Candlewood, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. So we now have a choice. We can either help her, or we can help her. What is this? I don't know what that is. We can either help her enjoy the vision and work out what's going on, or we can prevent them prevent her from having them. What shall we do? This is your choice, chat. I know what I would do. What would you do? I'm going to write my choice down. Would you want to experience the things or shut them off? Experience or shut off? Let me know. I'll give you sort of 10-15 seconds. I do have a strong preference, but I am almost democratically inclined. You know, I don't mind a bit of democracy every now and then. Full speed ahead. So that is go for the visions. This is my strong preference. I want her to have these visions rather than prevent them. Because it says some part of me wants to stare down the abyss, but I'm afraid we are going to help her. Okay. What is it that Gene Wilder sings in Willy Wonka? And a pure imagination, come with me. That's the one, pure imagination. Okay. Light blue flowers. Light blue flowers. I don't think I have. Well, excuse me. I'm not sure I have it. That's very disappointing. Aww. Indeed, Charlie. Indeed, no, that does make sense. That's something I've often thought about. So do I have to... No, if these two are here, it's a choice. It's got a woody stem. Small, light blue flowers, like rounded tuft of gentle lamb's wool, characterise this plant. Well, I don't see it. Am I being dim? Do I actually have this plant? Let me know if I have this plant in the chat. I don't think I'm being dim. I know I'm being dim. Could it be a plant we already have? But I don't think... So from the right, know your left and right down. Blue flowers, stiff leaves, and they're not like rounded tuft of gentle lamb's wool, which is the bit, because that's quite a description. So what's candlewood? I don't want to have to do it. Produces a red flower that provides a shielding effect, protecting against all manner of afflictions of the mind. Long, thin stems grow among tall leaves. It's that. That is candlewood. That is the candlewood. But we don't want to give you that. No. But we did have the fact that it's not the ideal growing conditions for one of the other ones, so it didn't have the flowers on. So maybe it's just something that has two names, because that could well be Aguria. That to me looks like that. Light blue flowers, like rounded tufts of gentle lamb's wool, characterise this plant. But it also says incense made from the woody stem, so I would expect it to say that it's got like a stiff trunk or something. Maybe this? No. Can't find the candlewood now. What's... Oh, this. The lemon dandy. You said left, though, so let's actually do left. Oh, no, that sort of was left. That's not that, though. I don't think we've got Aguria. Assuming that Aguria and lemon dandy are definitely different. I don't know, we've got it. I'm going to click on this to see what this is. Oh, this... Okay, this is telling us about her. Good, okay, now I know what that is. We must have it, because otherwise the game wouldn't give it to us, right? Really want to give it to her. The flower. There's just no flowers that make this up correctly. So maybe we don't have Aguria and we have to give it a candlewood. Maybe we don't actually have a choice. Well, yeah, I would want to find it, but we have no clues at the moment. to go and get it. So sadly, I'm going to give her the candlewood and close her mind off, which is very disappointing. But I want to move on. Worry less. It's an aptly named plant. Inhaling the smell is said to help ease the symptoms of anxiety. So let's... Where's my labels? There's my labels. Come on, labels, let me out. You are now set. Go along. Here. Go. Ding ding goes the bell. Margaret. We don't come to Windermere often, but I heard about your shop and I said to Francis we must simply pay a visit. Darling. It's a wonderful breath of life in an otherwise dreary town. I'm the green-fingered one, and it's not really his cup of tea, but I persuaded him the trip would do him good, and besides, he'll be wanting to take a boat out on the lake. Good for him. Shame about this awful weather, though. You must come to Sizergh. We have a small library with some books on plants that my grandfather acquired many years ago. I'm sure they will be of interest to a horticulturist such as yourself. Okay, you're cordially invited to Sizergh Castle, to Lord and Lady Elspeth. Oh, we've also got this. Now that is a clue. That cannot be anything else other than a clue. Nope, stupid thing. This I need to. Okay. Spot the castle. There, Seisberg, or what was it called? It had a Z in it. I can see Muncaster Castle. I can see Egremont Castle. There it is. I am greeted enthusiastically by Lady Elspeth herself. She is very talkative and has many questions on horticulture that I do my best to answer as she takes me on a tour of the gardens. Oh, you must take a sample of this back with you, she exclaimed, pointing to a plant that I do not recognise. But before I can stop to take a look, she has already whisked me onto the next. And this one too, she says. I'm quite exhausted by the time we make it to the library, and I don't have the time to make as thorough a study as I would like. Nevertheless, I'm able to find an interesting entry that I note down. Don't forget these, Lady Elspeth cries as I try to leave, hopefully leave. She thrusts the plants from the gardens into my hands, and I thank her warmly. Fever Kiss, which gives you energy for a few hours. The leaves are pale in colour. And 2 plants. Okay, I think it's time we served a new customer. Ding ding goes the bell. Francis, how may I help you? I'm looking for a plant with yellow flowers and coarse leaves. Any more information? It helps with my heartburn. Okay, so let's have a look at the plants we've already looked at. Gandhi root, would that help? Digestive troubles. Is heartburn a digestive trouble? Coarse leaves. Does it have coarse leaves? The leaves are coarse to the touch. I'd say it's a digestive issue. Yeah. Fun fact, I wasn't sleeping particularly well last night because I was coughing a lot. About 4 AM, massive heartburn. So I had to sort of just stand up at 4 AM. Very annoying. So I think you want Gandhi root, sir. Ding ding. Well, that went well. Oh yeah. Selena. They're saying Black Combe is haunted now. Bradley Miller told me he saw the ghost of a huge deer, antlers and all. But then Bradley Miller also says he can talk to squirrels. Either way, there's something evil in them hills, and I'm not taking any chances. How can I help you, sir? Oh yeah, something happened up at Swinside, didn't it? And the detective has gone to investigate. Awful what happened to that poor young man up at Swinside. I've come for some stinking Mount Cap. Now, interesting that says Sunset Map. I mean, true, Arch, very true. Everyone can draw squirrels. This is a very good point. Stinking mouse cap. Also known as sunsets. Okay. So this is one of the mushrooms. Domed caps. It has an unpleasant odour and is mildly toxic. Okay, so it has an unpleasant odour. So that doesn't say anything about its odour. That says stuff about oozing, but it doesn't say anything about the odour. This smells rotten, so that is quite possibly that. It seems odd to give a small amount of light off. Now, that, I saw that. That's somewhere in there. That we need that. It's bioluminescent. Okay, it's you. For the Sunset Mount Cap. It is not. It doesn't have domed caps, Dan. You up it. It smells strongly of soured milk. There you go. Domed caps. Dan, get it right. Yeah, so true, Joss, so true. The henchuck. The fruit of the henchuck can have a startling effect on your memory. Even a small dose can result in short-term memory loss, but larger amounts, severe amnesia. Tuberous bulb, unusual structure, grows in spurts that give it a striped appearance when cut open. When the outer layer hardens and turns to blue-green, it is ready to harvest. Let's give you a label. And that was, what was it? It was Sunset / Stinking Mount Cap. So I can put that somewhere over here. Go. Well, that's the end of the fourth day. Flipping heck. We'll do one more day. We're probably about half. Well, we're not going to be halfway through. We're about a third of the way through. Because this is telling us how time works. So we are only about a third of the way through. At 15, her mother, strong, dependable, loving, was struck down by typhoid. The girl drew inward as her father turned drink. Okay. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. She buried her husband 3 miles to the east, where the Everheart grows. Okay, so we're going to be going there. And I agree, Charlie. Okay. You're sleeping again. Sleeping on the job, honestly. Faye, how can I help you again? I must thank you. Last night, for the first time in weeks, my mind was calmed. I am no longer tormented by visions of the woman in the jade mask and that terrible monster. Now I'm wondering if you have some worry less to keep my over-anxious thoughts at bay. I had a feeling the fact that we now need to give her that probably means that we did have to give her the first one that we did. Anyway, I do. Let's give you some worry less. It's an aptly named plant, so it's just we've got to look for things like that then, because we're not told anything about it other than it's got a good smell. Small red berries. I don't think that's a berry there, but that's a possible. Basically, yes, Jess. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. Small yellow berries. Now, there's a rib in the middle of the leaves. These don't have a rib, and that's been important in the past. So, is it that? No rib there. Ah, there's more over here. Ha! I don't like any of these. What about these? It has a sweet scent like strawberry dipped in honey. Now, that does sound like a very heavenly scent. Like, oh yeah, oh, I think it's this one. Because there's your rib. cream-coloured flowers. They smell wonderful, and you can see that the anxiety is going there. So let's give worry less here. There we go. New entry, Hop Heart. Inhaling smoke from this, burning the dried leaves of this can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. That is worry less. Somewhere at the back here. Now, so we've probably got somewhere to explore, but we've got a person coming in. Simone is back. I met a strange man on the road to Sedberg not 2 days ago. Did they have 7 wives? Did each wife have 7 cats? Did each cat had 7 thingies? He said he had something for you. Don't ask me what. So I told him where to find you. But he looked stricken when I mentioned Undermere. Interesting. Said he doesn't come near towns at all if he can help it. I know the feeling, yeah. He was headed west, at least I think he was. Did each cat have 7 thingies? He said he was looking for the Winster Spring. I'll write this down for you. Anyway, that's my news. Did you manage to find the plant that I wanted? Yes, common trowels. I found that ages ago. Let's give that to you. Here we go. And we get the note. Man wanted to meet you, headed west from Sedberg, possibly near the source of the river Winster. So I think that is what we will do next. I will turn this yellow because that's now confirmed. Put you up there. Right, let's have a look at the map. I've immediately forgotten what they said. Headed west from Sedberg. Now, I saw that. Is that down here somewhere? Yeah. Headed west from Sedberg, which is here, possibly to the source of the river Winster. Killington Lake. I mean, that is the River Kent, not whatever it is. Oh, this is... Ah, okay. This is the River Winster. So the source is there. So it's either here or here, because due west would be here, and the source is there. So given that he's probably going to the source, possibly near to the source. Okay, so I'm going to go there. There are more important things I could be doing back at the shop. Darn. Okay, so I now have to wait for the will to explore to come back. But that is going to be the other one. Curses. Well, anyway, whilst that does that, let's identify some plants. Bishop's Parasol. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it. It seems to draw light in. I'm not sure we've got that plant yet. A milky fluid. It was one or the other, Charlie. Okay, so this normally has 6 petals, and if we get a 7-petal one, then that's lucky. But I don't think it was that. Ah, there you are. It's definitely that. Because it's got the little thingies. Those have got the little thingies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't know about those. But I think that's that. That is probably Caballia. So let's put a label on it. If you like it, you should put a label on it. Oh, I've mucked up the... If you like it, then you should put a label on it. No, can't do it. Farmer's Worry. A spongy mushroom with potent abilities, only safe to consume in small quantities, gives great strength. Once at the expense of severe fatigue. Okay. A viscous white liquid can be seen oozing from the underside. A mushroom-like plant with red warts. Well, it's probably not that. And it's got a rounded dome. So I don't think we have it at the moment. And then there's Fever Kiss, but I've now got the will to explore once again, so let's go with here. That's a bit annoying, because it said near the source of the river. Anyway, never mind, doesn't matter. The hermit's camp is easy to find, nestled between two boulders above the spring. The cooled remains of a fire ringed by stones is the only immediate sign that anyone was here. I call out, but there is no reply. The hermit is not here. A more thorough search of the campsite yields something interesting. Tucked off to one side, I discover some broken pieces of wood arranged on the floor. Okay, down 2, across 3. Okay, right. Oh, okay, nice. So now let's go down 2 and to the right 3. That's what that was saying. So we were here, go down 2, right 3. So it's going to go here. The camp at the Winster Spring has led me to another camp of sorts where I'm greeted by an eccentric man. Oh, yes, yes, ho, 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 the man says. You must take this, take it, take it. At his insistence, I receive the looking glass that he thrusts into my hands. He places an envelope delicately on top. Ho, ho, it's no more use to me anymore. Ho, ho, no use. Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red, the red. Ho, ho, a bony. I'm sure that he's quite mad. Played him well, I thought. Okay. Don't forget the red, the red, the red, the red. Okay, so we've got that, which I'm assuming is going to be used for the map. Are we going to use it on the plants? I don't know. And a letter. It is said that the red abony plant has the property of uncovering that which is hidden or secret. He's not very good at spelling. This is deliberate though. I have perfected a device designed to use extract from the plant in concert with a viewing window in order to permit the user to see magics otherwise invisible to the naked eye. It's Da Vinci Vision! Okay. Red Ebony. I don't think we've got an entry for it yet, do we? No. But that is a clue. That is going to do a thing. Let's put you here. And that's going to come into play later. Have we got someone? Have we got a customer waiting? I don't know. Pet Hellball 13 times. Good achievement. Like it. Conrad. Have we met him before? I can't remember. I am not long for this world. I have decided I want to be buried in a grave decorated with the rare and beautiful Caballia, like a Dryer huntsman with their Dranthium-covered tombs. Okay. Dranthium-covered tombs. Now, I think I know which one it is. I think it's this. So, boom. Job's a good one. Eyebright. Take care not to touch the thorns. They do no lasting damage, but they contain a small amount of venom that will cause severe pain for several days after. Lovely. A plant that only grows in the south in warmer climates, where they call it Loeth or Lurther, like Goethe, after a long dead king. Known to improve eyesight at night, even in the darkest places. So I can turn this label yellow. Put it on the top shelf. So you're going to go here. That is already quite busy over there. So I've got the will to explore, but I don't know what to do with it. I don't have anywhere that I definitely need to go. So, ding ding goes the bell. Unknown. Your reputation is growing, horticulturist. I hear you are the person to come to for plants that are difficult to acquire. That's true, I forgot about the clues arch. My head feels like it is being torn in two lately. I'm looking for some hop heart. Or ho-fart, if it's a pH, a soft pH. Inhaling smoke from the burning, dried leaves of the plant can provide pain relief. Firm leaves grow up the stems, leading to blue flowers. That is going to be this one. Blue flowers, stiff leaves, firm leaves. This is Hop Heart. Amelia Hop Heart. Copper Caledonian, another mushroom. It is a curse, not a blessing. Although you may appear younger, you'll become more frail and brittle. The red patches that are often seen growing on it are in fact a type of fungus themselves and not part of the plant. And we probably have that then. Okay, hop heart is this. Where are we? F, G, H. You're right, just so from an hour or so ago, my alphabet was wonky. Excuse me, sorry about that. I've got the will to explore. Let's have a look at what clues I've got. She lives alone in the castle to the northwest of the abbey. Okay, well, it's not exactly northwest, but she could be there. Her husband... She buried her husband 3 miles to the east of where the Everheart grows. Do I know where the Everheart grows? Why do I not have the... She buried her husband 3 miles to the east where the Everheart grows. Okay, so we'll get to the Everheart. Okay, Muppetry. So that'd be 1, 2, 3. It'd be here. I think that's probably right. Northwest of an abbey, there's a castle, and 3 miles east. Well, let's do that then. Good. A dead tree, its bark cracked and blackened by fire, stands alone on the hillside. Off to one side, a patch of flowers grows on a low mound. That gives us whatever that is. And whilst we slowly get the will to explore... Oh, that is just great. I have neither time nor inclination. What is that? Oh, it's going to be... Oh, it's going to... It'll be a river or a boundary or something. I was expecting like 4 clues and then we'd find it in the middle, but no. It's going to be the outline of the lake, maybe like here or something like that, isn't it? It's going to be something like that. So whilst we get the will to explore back, let's play Name That Plant. Gilded Dendra. I think I'd worked out which one that one was. Or maybe not. I thought we had. Apparently not. Okay. Do we know this? Sandfire has tough outer bark, which has many useful properties. Some chew it as a form of dental hygiene, taking care not to swallow it, as it can cause unpleasant stomach distress. The flame-like tendrils... Well, that could well be this, couldn't it? The flame-like tendrils, and there's your bark. Let's just check. Smells faintly of wood smoke. There you go. Feels like rough glass. So that's going to be sort of a bark. That is probably our grey sandfire. So let's put that in there. Oh, it could be coastline as well. Yeah. And ding. Okay, let's play. Match it up. Is it that? No. Is it that? No. Am I being thick? If you think you spot it, do let me know where this goes. I'm not certain that we've got... I think we'll have to use DaVinci Vision for this. And or what is going on here. We don't know that yet. Look to the... Oh, I hadn't... Yes, of course. Duh. There you go. Look, it lines up perfectly. So it goes here, which is N 6 or 7. Here. Nice. The gentle sound of flowing water, the sunset through scattered clouds, a reset. Now, oh, curses. curses. So that's the plant. That's the plant that would have made her have all the visions. This one right here. Damn it. I wanted her to have the visions. Boo. Okay, so we now know that is Agulis or whatever whatever that was called. Aguria. Curses. Cursey curse Cursington. And let's just check. Soft pale blue flowers, light blue flowers. Yeah, fine. This, however, a rather unpleasant scent. Fair enough. There is someone waiting. Okay. Oh, just really. Every time I ring the bell, does the cat jump? We'll have to check that out next week. Reuben Walt has called on my unique expertise to aid in his investigation at the Swinside Stone Circle. Unique expertise. Ha! He wants to know how to flatter an old woman when you want something. I thought about telling him to suck an egg. Gave it a long thought. Good long thought, actually. But my curiosity has got the better of me. He must be desperate if he's coming to me. And I bet they found something juicy down there. So something's happened. Probably something's happened. Signs of ritual sacrifice, maybe. I could do with some witch fig to take with me. Always comes in useful. Yeah, doesn't it? Doesn't it just? Witch fig. A plant that is said to have many uses, including easing the symptoms of infection, soaking up moisture, and detecting the presence of certain compounds. It is also well liked by butterflies. It has similar leaves to the fever kiss plant. Well, let's have a look then at the fever kiss plant, because I think... Okay, so it's got leaves like that, but it is not that. So we've got leaves like this, so I'm going to put that like there so that I remember it. Actually, let's just drag it along with us. What's got similar... There you are. So it's this then. Those have got similar leaves, and it's going to be this one. So this is... And this is clever because it's told us two things. Fever kiss and... what was it? Witch... fig. Let's give you some witch fig. Good. And that's identified two plants for us. That's quite cool. Jacob's Worth. People tend to be drawn to the unusual flowers of the Jacob's Worth, but it is the leaves that are the most interesting properties. It is said they will point the way towards any person you wish to locate, and have been used successfully to find many a lost wanderer out on the fells. I will say, when we get to the end of this day, I will be pausing for this evening. Witch fig. That fig. You go over here, and let's turn you yellow because we know what you are now. And I'm going to give that as confirmation for this. So you are going to go here. Now, does this make the cat jump? Oh, it does! I never see anyone in your shop. It's still a daily surprise to me that you're still in business. Believe me, I wouldn't be in here if I didn't have to be, especially with that damn cat still in it. You leave Hellbore out of it. I need some Bishop's Parasol for a work-related matter. There's a raid phrase. Bishop's Parasol. Okay. Let's see how we can help you, sir. A mushroom found in dark, damp places, feeding on any light that gets close to it, and it can seem to draw light in. Okay, so now that I've got a source of light... sort of, can I find one of these that sort of draws the light in? Have I got any more mushrooms around here? Well, so it's one of these two then. Hang on. Oh. I thought that was deliberately bending in there. Is it... If I put it here, will it bend the other way? No, that's just the animation of it. Okay. The gills on the underside of this mushroom seep a milky liquid that can be consumed as a treatment for stomach pains. So this has a viscous white liquid that can be seen oozing from its underside, just like me. So a milky fluid. So therefore it's going to be this one then. So I think this is the Bishop's Parasol. Royal Gentier, sometimes called Everheart. The pink flowers of the Royal Gentier are made up of 2 large kidney-shaped petals. Have we? Oh, we might already have that. I think it could be this. One of the few known ways to release the bind of a swift snare is to apply a paste created from the sap of the Royal Gentier. Okay, fine. So this is Bishop's Parasol, for certain. That is, Charlie, if you make a mistake, that's sort of, yeah, it fills that up, and then if you die, you have to solve a little puzzle before you can return back to life. Not that I've died, just the once. But that's what that is. Well, I'm very much enjoying this game. Lovely. Very me as a game, as a few people who recommended it to me suggested. So that's going to go up there. Oh, goodness, it's going to go there. An Aguria is... Oh, I know where the Aguria is, don't I? It's that. So let's just pop you up there. Yeah, tempted to... Nah, it's yellow. I'm very confident of that. And just having a quick look at that one that we just got. Where was it? Where was it? Turn the pages one by one. No, no. It's going to be really late in the thingy, isn't it? Royal Gentier. Okay. Because this has... Well, it's got pink flowers. It's got 2 large kidney-shaped petals. I think that could indeed be... It's got a little thing in the middle of it, so I think that's Royal Gentier. So I'm going to label that, whilst I'm still here, as a potential thing. And there we have it. That is going to end the day. Do I have to save it? Your progress is saved automatically. Okay, good. Well, there we have it, my friends. We are now 5 days in. Let's take a quick look at the next... No, let's not. I was going to say, let's deal with the new clue at the beginning of day 6, which I will do next week. Thank you so much. I've really enjoyed this.